noticed earlier they posted her averages from 2000 to 2001 season. Her average seemed to be a little bit lower this year, but that contributes to sport bowling.
She has pretty much struggled with the pattern, that being Dede so far this year. Liz Johnson now in the lead by 14 pins as a result of Dede Davidson's split.
Very aggressive shot. Her arm right behind the ball. And the result, 10 in the pit.
Now, I know, Marianne, you talked to a lot of the players about what they focus on when they practice.
Right. What Liz has been working on in her off time is trying to get healthy. She's been in a regiment on working out, training, getting her injuries back to par. She practices a few times a week. She bowls a lot of leagues. So she feels like her regiment has been working for her.
Ooh.
Very good shot,
Yeah.
Jan. She put the ball where she wanted to. Her ball speed looked right. She just got a little push down the lane and left a 10 pin. As you can see, she got that ball a little bit further right than she did on lane 28, which could have contributed to the 10 pin because there might be a little bit of push down the lane. As you can tell, accuracy and ball speed contribute to a lot of corner pins.
Well, it's a close one, but stay with us to see who survives this match and gets a run at the title. So we're in the semifinal match. Liz Johnson trails right now by 17 pins. While we were away, she spared and struck. Dede Davidson, nothing but strikes. So Liz's max score 237, Dede Davidson's 254 if they both continue to strike.
You know, Jan, Liz has been in the pocket. She left a 10 pin in the 6th frame that could have fell as well. The last two shots in the 7th and 8th frame, she went a little higher flush, carried the 10 pin.
Get a look at the score there. And Marianne, you talked about how diligent Liz has been on her training regimen. She has a herniated disc in her back, just so everyone's aware of that. And I know firsthand how tough that is to bowl through. And she talked about possibly taking off next week.
Yeah, she said that she's 99% sure that she is going to take next week off, even though she is bowling very well. But she feels that the week off will help her in the long run for the rest of the swing.
She actually felt her back 2 or 3 times while she was bowling, so she doesn't want to risk it.
Absolutely. And there you go. She went high flush, tripped the 4th pin, and look what she's got, a 3-bagger, and we have a match here.
We sure do. Dede Davidson, though, still in the lead, but she must continue to strike. Once again, our plus or minus figured off of max score. In other words, we're going to assume the player will strike. Career earnings for Dede, $652,000, almost $653,000. Big strike for Dede, and Marianne, I already mentioned you finished 6th again, 2nd week in a row. Anne-Marie Dugan and Carol Giannotti Block both making a strong run at the show.
Right, and in 12th, we have Alita Sill, and 15th, Wendy McPherson, the PWBA millionaires, soon to be Tish Johnson, hopefully next week.
Shanna Ray of Portland, Texas. This is her 6th straight cut. Way to go, Shanna Ray, finishing up in 16th. And Linda Barnes only been out 3 weeks, but she made the most of each one.
And in 21st, Tiffany Stambro, our 1999 Rookie of the Year, and rounding out the field from her home state, Texas, Rachel Perez.
Dede stepping up in the 10th frame. She can shoot 254. That was an important shot.
Very big shot. It didn't look like it cleared her hand as nice as the other shots prior. As you can see on the release, it looked like it hung up in her thumb a little bit, so she didn't get the roll like she did in the shots prior. Now, one thing that Dede mentioned that's been working for her, she's been looking about 44 feet down the lane. If you notice on that shot, her eyes were down the lane.
Well, she'll need to spare it up and strike, but Liz Johnson will be able to win this match. If Dede strikes here, Liz will need about a double and 7 to win this match.
And it can be done. Liz is on fire right now. But then again, on a sport condition, doubling is not guaranteed, Jan.
You sound like you speak from experience.
That's why I'm sitting next to you, unfortunately, but I'm having a really good time.
I'm so glad you're with me.
Very aggressive shot.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, well, get all the pins you can because you never know, even with that double, Liz will still need a decent count of 6 pins if she can double.
That's a great game, shooting 232 on this condition.
Sure is. Now remember, Liz Johnson, we've talked about Fairview Heights, Illinois. She is the one who came out the victor in that event.
Yeah, she said that she felt comfortable all week. They played like Fairview Heights, Illinois. And once again, when she's in her A game, she's very tough to beat.
So 1 strike at a time. She'll need 2 of them.
She got that ball left. And unfortunately, on the sport condition, you don't have a whole lot of hold. As you can see from the prior shots, she got that ball left of her target. There is no hold in there, so unfortunately she went through the face, having an ugly split like that.
Not what she wanted to see happen. But Dede Davidson is the survivor. When we return, I step aside it.